Before we step into prayer together, I want us to take a quiet breath and just listen to what God is saying to us today. There is a phrase we often say when we are overwhelmed, something we throw out to friends or family just to get through the day. But when we look at how Scripture addresses this exact exhaustion, we realize we were never meant to carry this weight alone. Let's look at His Word first, and then we will pray. There's a grief you've never told anyone about because it doesn't have a funeral, a date, or a name people would recognize. It's the grief for something that hasn't happened yet. You're sitting across from your parent at Sunday dinner, and they say something funny, something so exactly them, and in the middle of laughing you feel it, a sudden drop like the floor tilted. You're not laughing at the joke anymore, you're memorizing it. Some part of you has already started missing them while they're still right there passing you the bread. You watch your child sleep, and instead of pure peace, there's an ache stitched into it. Because you already know this exact version of them. This weight, this smell, this size of hand in yours, and has an expiration date you can't see but can feel. Like weather changing before the clouds arrive. You felt this in relationships too. Loving someone so much that you start rehearsing the loss of them, standing in a good moment and already grieving its ending before it's ended. And you've never said this out loud because it sounds insane. I'm sad about something that hasn't happened. Who admits that? Who wants to be the person crying over a future that might not even come? But you are not insane, and you are not alone in this. This is one of the quietest, most misunderstood forms of exhaustion a human being can carry. Mourning in advance, grieving in the present tense for a future tense loss, spending your one wild present moment doing math on how much it will hurt to lose it. It is a peculiar kind of tired. Not the tired of losing something. The tired of loving something while bracing for the moment you will. Let's understand why this happens, because it isn't weakness. It's wiring. Somewhere you learned. Maybe through an early loss. Maybe through a family that modeled anxiety as love. Maybe just through being a person who pays close attention to time. That love and loss are stitched together so tightly, you can't experience one without previewing the other. Your mind, trying to protect you, decided that if it could grieve a little now in small manageable doses, maybe the real loss, whenever it comes, would hurt less. It's an old survival trick. Rehearse the wound so the real wound is smaller. Except it doesn't work that way. Pre-grief doesn't inoculate you against future pain. It just taxes your present joy twice. Once now in anticipation, and again later in actuality. You are paying a loss you haven't even incurred yet, and the interest is your presence. Every time you leave a good moment early in your mind to go stand at its eventual grave, you miss the moment. You trade the very thing you're afraid of losing for a rehearsal of losing it. Modern life makes this worse, not better. We are the most informed generation in history about how fragile everything is, how fast things change, how little control we actually have, how the people we love are mortal, and the world is unstable. Constant exposure to loss everywhere all the time on every screen has taught our nervous systems that grief readiness is a form of intelligence. If I can see the ending coming, I'll be prepared. But readiness and rumination look identical from the inside, and most of us can no longer tell the difference. There's an ancient framework for exactly this ache, and it comes from the Stoics, thinkers who understood, long before psychology had a name for it, that the mind loves to suffer twice. Seneca wrote about a specific discipline, distinguishing between what is yours to hold and what was only ever yours to borrow. He called certain things on loan from fortune, not owned, not guaranteed, simply mercifully lent to us for a time. The Stoics didn't say don't love deeply. They said love clearly. See a thing as what it actually is, borrowed, temporary, and therefore sacred because of that, not despite it. This reframes everything if you let it. First shift. The fact that you feel this ache is not proof that something is wrong with you. It's proof that you love with your whole attention. Pre-grief is often just love that hasn't learned yet how to exist without fear attached. That's not a flaw in your character, it's an unfinished skill. Second shift. You've been treating the awareness of impermanence as a threat to the moment, when it was always meant to be an invitation into the moment. The Stoics would say, don't kiss your child goodnight while grieving the day they'll grow up. Kiss them goodnight because they will grow up. Let the knowledge of the ending sharpen your attention instead of stealing it. Borrowed things are not less precious for being borrowed. They are more precious. That's the whole point of the word. Third shift. You cannot love something and simultaneously refuse to feel its eventual absence. Those two are not opposites fighting each other. They're the same feeling seen from two different angles. The ache you feel previewing a loss is not separate from love. It is love just wearing a different coat. You don't have to fight it. You have to stop mistaking it for a warning and start recognizing it as evidence. So let's put this down together, right here, for a few minutes. Let us release this today. I release the belief that grieving in advance will protect me from grieving later. It won't, it never has. All it does is steal today to pay a debt tomorrow hasn't asked for yet. I recognize that everything I love was always on loan, not because the world is cruel, but because that is simply the nature of time and I did not invent this rule, and I am not required to fight it alone in silence. I release the guilt I carry for feeling sadness inside of happy moments. That sadness is not a betrayal of joy. It is joy's shadow, and every object standing in the light casts one. I recognize that I do not have to choose between being present and being aware that things end. I can hold both. I can watch my loved one laugh at dinner, memorize it and stay inside it, because attention, real attention, has room for tenderness and truth at the same time. I am allowed to love this fully, exactly as it is right now, without auditioning for the grief that may or may not come later. I release the exhausting job of pre-mourning my life. I set it down. I let this breath, this room, this person in front of me simply be what it is, and not a countdown, not a rehearsal, just a gift held loosely, the way you're supposed to hold anything that was never yours to keep. So tonight, when you catch yourself grieving something that's still alive, still laughing, still right there in front of you, pause. Come back into the room. You don't have to prepare for the ending. You only have to be here for the middle. That's where all of it, the love, the meaning, the whole fragile, beautiful weight of being alive actually lives right here. Right now, still yours for today.